This is the story of the Wall of Asgard. Odin and his wife Frigg were surveying the shining halls and temples of Asgard. "We need a wall to offer us protection from the giants and trolls," said Odin. At that moment, a stranger arrived, riding an enormous horse named Svadari. "I can help you," he said. "In 3 seasons, I will build a wall that no one will be able to breach. But in return, I want to marry the goddess Freya, and take for myself the sun and the moon." There was an uproar among the gods when Odin told them of this offer. "I refuse to marry a stranger," Freya said. "And without the sun and the moon, we'll be groping around in the dark like moles." Everyone agreed, until smooth-talking Loki spoke. "What if we tell him to finish the wall in only 1 season?" he said. "He'll never be able to manage that. He'll go away empty-handed and will at least have part of a wall built." So Odin put this new offer to the stranger. "All right," he said, "but only if I can use my horse, and promise not to harm me while I work." With these terms agreed upon, the stranger set about his task. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, and Odin and Frigg looked on with worried frowns. With the help of his horse, which was far stronger than they had realized, the stranger had nearly completed the wall. Only the gate had remained unfinished. Frigg turned on Loki. "This was your plan, you silver tongue, that convinced us," she said, her voice like ice. "So it's your job to sort this disaster out, and if you don't, I'll pull the drain of life from you, slowly and painfully." Loki held up his hands and smiled a sickly smile. "Leave it to me, my friends. I know what to do." That night, as the stranger and Svaldari were dragging the final load needed to finish the wall, a beautiful mare with a sickly mane pranced out from between the trees. It was Loki in disguise, but Svaldari was bewitched by the mare's beauty and followed her back into the forest, never to be seen again. Without his horse's help, the stranger couldn't finish the wall in time, and certain that the Aesir gods had somehow tricked him, he flew into a violent rage. At that moment, Thor appeared and crushed the stranger's head with a hammer. And so, the Aesir gods could rest easy once more. A few months later, Loki emerged from the forest in human form. With him, a magnificent 8-legged horse named Sleipnir, the result of the union between the mare and Svaldari. "A gift for you, Odin," he cried. "I trust I'm now forgiven." And so Odin forgave Loki, and was happy to take Sleipnir as his steed.